Hi. So it's been forever, right? You probably thought I wasn't gonna do any more, and I thought that too. But so here I am again. Here we are. Jonathan, he was fine. He was just like talking and everything, but then he just got really pissed off. So I was like, all right, well, let me just nurse you, and then I'll talk, and then perhaps at some point you can, get off and say hi. But so I want to just, I guess, update you and all, because again, I didn't really know what to do from, after the birth on. I don't know, but we'll just see how it goes and all. So Jonathan just turned 2 months on May 1st, and it's been a whirlwind. I gotta ball myself up. I don't know why I always sit like, I have to like kind of ball myself up a bit because it hurts when I get out of it. But anyway, so goodness, where do I even start? So again, he, May 1st he turned 2 months, and I just started to get back into the swing of things as far as like leaving out of this house. So and I'm happy about that. I'm so happy because I did it. I really, as much as I could, I took this time and I just, just stood here in the house and in my bed, in fact, for, I don't even know how long. My intention was to do it for 40 days, to be like bed to bathroom only, but stuff happened, life happened. So the life that happened, my goodness. So where do I start? So I guess I'll start with how one day there was a knock on the door, and I was in the bed nursing the baby. My 18-year-old, she goes to the door, and it's the electric company. They're coming. They're saying that it's a woman. She says, "I'm going to change your meter because your meter is out of date." And my daughter's like, "Okay, that's fine. Go have fun." And so she goes to do that. And at some point, we're all just in the house and all. I didn't have the TV on, but the cable box has the time on it and all. All of a sudden, you hear the little like click, and there's no power in the house. And I said, Jayla, where's that lady? And Jayla goes to the door. She's gone. I'm like, huh. So, because here's the thing. The electric company, my husband is a set it and forget it kind of guy with regards to paying the bills. He sets it to come out of, our account every 2 weeks when it gets paid. And as a result of doing only that and not looking at the bill, we have a credit with the electric company for over $3,000. So there is no way they should be turning, or no reason they should be turning our electricity off, and jumping ship, no less. So anyway, we call the electric company, and at first they're like, "Oh, we didn't even send anybody out there. We don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "Yo, I have a baby in here," and it was kind of cold off and on then. And I'm like, "I have a baby, a newborn. And this isn't cute." At that time, he was, like a month old and all. And so they're like, "Oh, well, because your meter and all is, what did they say? Basically, in a nutshell, we had to hire an electrician, pay him over $2,000 to fix the meter thing out there in such a way that we are up to code, and then an inspector is to come and inspect the job. Now, first, the electrician has to get a permit to do the work. The permit takes a while. But once that happens, the inspector comes and says, "Okay, job well done. You get my stamp of approval." And then they send the electric company back out to restore power. But in the meantime, we will not come and restore your power because you're not up to code. I'm like, really? So it's just been a whirlwind, and frankly, the job isn't finished yet. But you see, we have power. The electrician, as he's doing the work, he said that you know, he can, you know, he has to have it to do the work or whatever. So yeah, we're still in that mess, but we were a good week without power, and thankfully my lovely mother at some point, because most of those days it was fine as far as the temperature in the house, but then it got cold the last like few days, like Thursday through Sunday it was kind of cold, and so my mom put us up in a nearby hotel and all, and we were quite creative during that time. We took out like a few things out of the fridge that we really wanted to like keep and all, and use coolers, and would just buy ice and all every day, and we put the like we use almond milk, we put that in the cooler, and I bought them like cereal and all from Trader Joe's that we eat, and like little like soups and all, and like just things that they could heat up on the stove, or not need to, you know, just not need to use electricity to do it and all. So we made do during the day in that way, and of course, as God would have it, he sent a few friends who bought us dinners several nights and all, okay, so we had some technical difficulties. We had a lot of like the birth footage still on the camera. Had to get that off so that we could continue, and then I had to switch him over to this side because he started getting angry. So yeah, okay. So yeah, the electricity issue was a problem for a bit, and then but yeah, like I was saying, we were very creative with food, and people fed us. And then like so much happened during that time that was a blessing. Me and the children, because Jermaine of course worked during the day, and we did so much together that normally we would have been scattered around the house doing whatever, you know. And so we played games together, read books, and just did stuff and had a good time. And you know, even with it all, we enjoyed ourselves, and it was cool because at some point throughout we needed more lotion, and I was like, man, how am I gonna, you know, I need to make more lotion. We need lotion. And so what was so cool was that we remembered at some point, I don't know who remembered, but one of us remembered that our van has an outlet in the back. And so I did what I could in the house with making the lotion, because we make a bunch of stuff. So soaps, lotions, everything we use, pretty much we make it, right? So I did what I could of it in the house, and then my daughter took the mixer outside in the car and mixed it and all, and so we had lotion. So it was so cool. I thought that was like, I was like, look at us, like we're like Amish, you know. Making it work, except the Amish wouldn't have used the electricity. But oh yeah, I wonder how they do that then. What do they do to make their lotions and stuff? I know they make soap. Yeah, they make soap and stuff. Oh my god, yeah, what are they doing? Maybe they're doing like a battery powered mixer or something. Yeah, I'm like looking at my daughters in the kitchen, but yeah, maybe they do something like that. So that's something else that I've been doing. I've been reading like books are like gonna be burned next week and all, because I don't know, I go through these spurts. I'm always reading something, period, right? But I go through these spurts where I'm like reading just like voraciously, like several books in one week, and yeah, that's what I'm on now. And I'm back and forth. I can't read one book at a time. I don't know what that's about, but I listen to books from the library. And I'm all into like Amish country right now. And I didn't know this. So you have your Amish, you have your Mennonites, and I know about them. But I didn't know that there was a group called Hutterites too. And I read a true story about a woman who was raised in the Hutterite church. And oh man, that book was so good. I think it's called I Am Hutterite. And it was, or Hitterite? now, okay, I don't remember, but it was one of them. But it was so good, and I'm like, I'm drawn to the simple way of life. I'm drawn to because I make like everything, you know, like when I think of like, oh, I want some bread, I'm not talking about, you know, bread from the store. I will make my bread, you know, and I'm talking. I do use bread, like yeast, sometimes to make bread. But I love to do my sourdough and all, where I've made that myself from scratch, you know, from start, like from the mother, and you know, and all that, for those who would know what that means. But I'm into all that kind of stuff. So like, if I say I made something, I made it. I didn't like warm it up or heat it up, or you know, have a mixture already done and I'm adding to it. No, I made that thing. So I'm just really like drawn to that kind of stuff. And man, I would love to go to Amish country and just, I don't know, spend a week, a weekend, I don't know, whatever. But I would love to go, right? And like cook some things with them and learn. And I would love to garden and learn. Oh, I love gardening too. Although that's one of the newer things for me. So I'm not like particularly great at it and all. A few years ago, I tried to, we tried to grow like everything possible in our backyard, but it turns out we don't have the sun for it. So that was an interesting journey. And we did it all in like big pots, and I worked the thing, okay? Like as best I could. There's these boxes called Grow'ems. I think they're designed for kids to learn how to grow food in containers. And I called that company, and I don't remember how much they cost, but I called the company and I told the woman, I said, I'm a homeschool mom. I'm very interested in your product, but I cannot at this time afford to pay the full price and all. She gave me several of those boxes, all of them half off and all, and I just, yeah, so that was like, yeah. And I'm good at stuff like that, like getting deals and all that kind of stuff, so that's fun to me. But anyway, see, I'm all off topic, but whatever. So, you know, this is what you get when you're like, keep doing the videos. So anyway, I have in the backyard now though, because I'm like, okay, we're gonna go slow and go small, like I should have from the beginning when I didn't know what I was doing at all. So we have peas growing out back, because those grew beautifully, and we have some Swiss chard, and I have some peppermint leaves, because I like to do the peppermint. It's peppermint, ginger, lemon, I think, and cucumber water. I love that water. So you just put those ingredients in the water and let it just sit overnight, you know. So good. And it's supposed to be good for it's supposed to do something with like getting rid of stomach fat. I don't know how true that is. I just like the water. But if it gets rid of stomach fat, great, because I have the postpartum belly still. So, you know, which I have to say, I'm not, like, usually after I have a baby, I'm kind of like, oh God, I still look like I'm pregnant, you know, but this time I'm just like, I was pregnant, you know, I don't care. So anyway, it's pretty cool. And so I'm excited because the peas are growing well. The Swiss chard looks good. And we did our little border around it because we have animals that want to get into things, cats. And I want to kill those cats. I do. I'm not even going to lie. I want to kill every one of them. But because they get on my nerves about the garden stuff. But yeah, so we built the border so I don't have to try to kill somebody's cats. And it's good. So, then what else was I going to tell you about? Oh, yeah, the birth certificate fiasco. Guys, oh my God. I feel like, oh, you wanted an unassisted birth, huh? You're going to pay, heifer. So, I went to the vital statistics office while I was pregnant with this baby. And I said, what do you need? I'm going to have an unassisted home birth. And at that time, I thought it was twins, right? So, I'm like, I'm going to have an unassisted home birth with twins, and I need to know what you're going to need so that I can get birth certificates for them. And they're, oh my gosh, a home birth, oh my gosh, twins. And I'm like, yeah, what do you need? Oh, we don't know. So we'll take your information and here's a card for you, and call us back and we'll let you know. We'll get in touch with the state to find out what we need to do, because the system has changed. It's all online now, and da 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 da. So I'm like, okay. And meanwhile, I started to not be able to be, so mobile and all that. And so in the midst of all that, they never got back with me. I called, left messages. They never got back with me. And after his birth, 2 days after he was born, I called again. And I spoke with someone that time. And she said, oh, I don't know, again. And, we have to call the state and all. And so she's supposed to get back with me, doesn't. I go up there, first chance I get. And, oh, I don't know. I give her all of my information, my marriage certificate, my husband and my birth certificates, our license, licenses, social security cards, like everything. I give her all this information. Oh, let me get your number too. Okay, I give her that too. And it's gonna be a process because the system has changed. I'm like, yeah, I know. So again, I wait because it's going to be a process. Meanwhile, the electricity thing happens in the midst of all that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm talking to the Lord about it. I'm like, I'm not going to worry about this. The baby's going to get a birth certificate. So I'm going to do my best to not lose sleep over this. But this is frustrating. And then I ended up talking to somebody from the state at some point. And what they needed from me, they talked about wanting to see something from a pediatrician. Well, frankly, after I give birth, if the baby is fine, I don't do vaccinations and all that kind of stuff. So what am I going to a doctor for them to tell me that the baby is perfect? I know. So but I did that because I was like, I want a note from the doctor saying I went and this baby exists and this baby looks to be the age that the mother is saying it is and blah, blah, blah. Because I get it. They don't know me. They don't know if even though I have 4 other children, I may have went and stole another because, hey, I love kids. So let me go steal this little baby too. So they want to make sure that didn't happen. I get it. So they... the problem though is the law is such that it states that here they want to see proof that you proof of pregnancy is what they wanted, right? Not even the birth and all. Proof of pregnancy, even though I have a video, of being pregnant, I have videos of the birth, all that. But no. So then I'm like, okay, well, I saw my chiropractor through the entire pregnancy. He's licensed, he's doctor, all that. So he saw me through the entire pregnancy. He came over after the baby was born, adjusted me and the baby, examined the baby, all that good stuff. We continue to see him. No, that's not good enough. I'm like, okay, you said you needed a licensed healthcare professional. That's what he is. Oh, well, we don't accept that. I'm like, oh, do you realize you're making this up? Because I have not committed, a crime here. Jayla, can you check the camera? But I'm like, I have not, oh, thanks. So I have not committed a crime. They're like, yeah, I understand that, but we have a protocol. And I'm like, but you're making this up because the law says this. And you're just like, every bit of evidence that I can give you, you're saying, no, that's not good enough. I had a letter from a midwife, all kinds of stuff. And they're like, no, this isn't good enough. You're going to have to go to the superior court and get a court order. And so in the end, we had to go, my husband and the baby and I had to go to the superior court. And they did the swab in each of our mouths. We did this past Friday. And so we have to prove that this baby is related to us. And then the courts will give us a court order that will say to the state, give them a birth certificate for this baby. So that's where we are. And the visit to the court was interesting. So I have a friend who works there, and she was, oh my gosh, she was such a blessing. Because, you get the runaround at these places because how often do they deal with this kind of case? Like almost never, So She stayed on the phone with me, and like we went from place to place or talked to person in different departments and all until we got to where I needed to be. And so she didn't want me to have the runarounds and all when I went there. So I was able to be pinpointed right to where I needed to be, and that was perfect and all. So after I don't know, a few weeks or so, we should they should have the results, and then they'll give us the court order because he is our baby, obviously. But there's a little bit of a twist here. Of course, no one told us, because we've never done anything like this before. No one told us that you shouldn't put anything in your mouth. You should come with the stink mouth to the courthouse before you get these swabs, because any thing can cause the test to be like null and void kind of thing. So my husband ate before we left the house. The baby ate, obviously, several times. And I didn't eat, but I had gum in my mouth, and I had mints too. And so, but the good thing is that it's not a thing where they will go to see the results and it'll be like, oh, you're not the father actually, or you're not the mother actually. It will be a thing of, this test is not, we can't even do this because you ate something. So we'll just have to do the test over if that's the case. Prayerfully it's not, but if it is, we'll just have to do it over, and we know now, and da-da-da. So that's that. Otherwise, it's been great. So no, it has. I have to say, my girls and my son, they're fantastic. They have like cooked for me and helped and cleaned and done so much. We even have a new like cleaning schedule that my oldest put together and all, and based on some stuff she saw online, and it's working and everything is great. And I'm now very much into building, like getting out of debt and building wealth and all, because I think it's just like pitiful when dates roll around that are coming every year. They come on the same time, the same day every year, and they find you broke. Like this one's birthday comes, or Christmas or whatever, and you're like, I don't have any money for this. Let's charge it. Like, no. So that is just stupid. So I'm done. And we didn't have much debt, for our household to begin with. But we only have like one credit card and then student loans. So I'm getting rid of all that stuff. And yeah, so, and the little boy here, he is so chunky. I don't know if you can see his little fat legs. I love it. I love his little fat legs. And it makes me feel proud because I'm like, wow, like, God gave me this milk and I'm feeding him. Like, he has nothing else but the milk that comes from me. And look at all this fat, it's so cute. So, and now he's like falling back asleep. And another thing I'm like really pleased about, I'm not going to say anything bad about myself. So anyway, I usually, between my mom and my husband, they'll get me all these like nursing shirts and all, so that it's more convenient when nursing in public and all. But since my last son discovered that a lot of my friends never got any nursing shirts at all, what they do is this tank top thing. So I have on this like black shirt here, and then I have on the tank under it, and you just like, I pulled this up and then I pull this tank down and nurse, and it's all discreet and all that, because I've never been one to use, I don't knock anybody that uses the blankets or whatever kind of nursing covers are out there, but I can't do it. I'm too hot. My baby's too hot. And then when the babies get older, they're all like, get this off of me, and all, and who wants to eat covered up anyway? So I have learned how to just be, well, I learned that when my oldest was new, and all. I learned how to nurse in public, very discreet, and still, like just no cover or anything like that. And it works and all. So I wanted to show you him, I guess you could see him some, but he fell asleep. I'll turn him this way. But he has on his little amber necklace that my friend Beth bought him. And this is for like teething and all that. And it helps them to not be in pain and all. And so I wanted to say hi to John, Mag, and Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. And I want to know something about you, Jennifer. I want to know, like, do you dance? Like, I don't even know how old you are, but I don't know, like, it's like I envision a girl who dances and she likes to cook and, you know, just fun and, like a very, like, bright, energetic, lovely, you know, kind of girl and all. So yeah, tell me about yourself and all. So my oldest is laughing in the background. She's so cute. I love to hear my children's laughter. Like, she's 18 years old, but I still love it. I absolutely just adore hearing the laughter of children and all, even the old ones. So I always tease her talking about she's old now. But so I don't know if there's anything else that I wanted to share this time around, but things are good. I'm excited to have taken this time for myself and really just concentrated on just being and getting to know the baby and you know, becoming or like getting into the rhythm of our new normal, because the normal now is not what it was, you know, and I understand that and I accept that, because a lot of, you know, a lot of people will say, well, when are you going to be back to normal? And never, you know, that normal is gone. That's old. But, yeah, so this is the new deal and I'm getting, you know, all acclimated and everything. And so it's great. And, I don't know what else to say. So I'll stop the video now. And, I'm going to be doing other types of videos. I'll tell you that, because, I've mentioned at other points that I'm a minister and I have just other things. I'm all over the place. I do a lot of stuff, like with making all these products and just a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna so you'll see, if you care to, other things on my channel and all coming up soon. And but I'll keep trying to do stuff like this too, because it's fun. It's fun talking to you, and it's fun getting the feedback, and I thank you for that. And I guess that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and maybe Jonathan will be up next time and he can say hi. So all right, bye. Say bye. Jayla, can you turn this off? Because I don't want to disturb him.